So then I say, Madam, might I suggest that your parrot, splendid though he may be, would benefit from a lesson or two in manners?
Oh, Philby, you didn't dare.
My dear friends, I must have your attention for a moment. Thank you for joining me tonight. I have a splendid announcement. As many of you know, I've suspected for years that the math we learn in school is only part of the picture. But last week in my workshop, I confirmed my hunch. There's a whole new dimension of math that humanity hasn't explored. Have you heard the saying that lines don't actually exist in the real world?
Yes, I recall reading that somewhere. Lines don't exist because they don't have any thickness, right?
Precisely. Now I tell you this, a cube which has length, width, and height but no duration also doesn't exist.
Wait, what? Of course cubes exist. They're everywhere.
Think about it. Just like a line can't exist without thickness, a cube can't exist without duration. Everything we see has length, breadth, thickness, and duration.
You're saying that without duration, a cube can't exist?
That's precisely what I'm saying. All objects must extend through time.
Oh, this is all stupid. Obviously, cubes exist and have 3 dimensions. You can show black as white by argument, but you'll never convince me.
Maybe. But let me show you a machine that I've been working on.
Is it a time machine?
Precisely. A machine that can navigate through time as easily as we do through space.
You've created a time machine? You can't be serious.
I am serious, and I have experimental verification.
With a time machine, you could go back and hear Greek from the lips of Homer, or invest all of your money, leave it to accumulate interest, and then hurry on ahead.
Enough blabber, let's see the experiment already.
This is my prototype. I made this to test the concepts before constructing something bigger. It took 2 years to make. Now I want you clearly to understand. I am going to press the lever and the machine will pass into future time and disappear. Have a good look at the thing. Look at the table too, and satisfy yourselves there is no trickery. Now lend me your hand, Philby.
I'll be damned. Are you in earnest about this? Do you seriously believe that machine has traveled into time?
Certainly.
You mean to say that machine has traveled into the future?
Into the future or the past, I don't for certain know which.
It must have gone into the past if it has gone anywhere.
Why?
Because I presume that it has not moved in space. And if it traveled into the future, it would still be here.
Ah, but it's moving thousands of times faster than we are. It would be almost imperceptible even if it were passing into the future.
Look here, are you perfectly serious? Or is this a trick, like that ghost you showed us last Christmas?
I was never more serious in my life. If you follow me into my workshop, I will now make a journey through time on the full-scale machine. Here it is. I'm going to activate the machine and glide into the future. If I'm not back by next week, please divide my possessions among the gentlemen at the Linean.
Good luck.
Here I go.
He went into the future.
Quiet, fool. This must be some sleight of hand. He's probably hiding under the floor.
I need some whiskey.
What happened? What was the future like? Why are you so muddy?
Are you okay?
Please, whiskey first and let me clean off. Then I'll tell you the story. Now look here. I can't argue tonight. I don't mind telling you the story, but I can't argue. Most of the story will sound like lying, but every word of it is true. Since I sat in the chair, I've lived 8 days. Such days as no human being ever lived before. I'm nearly worn out, but I shan't sleep till I've told this thing over to you. Then I shall go to bed. But no interruptions. Is it agreed?
Agreed.
Agreed.
After I threw the lever, there was a loud thud. The laboratory got hazy and went dark, and I saw the sun hopping swiftly across the sky, marking each day. Then the landscape became misty and vague. The whole surface of the earth seemed to melt and flow under my eyes. I saw trees growing and changing, huge buildings rise up and pass like dreams. Eventually, I began to think about stopping. Then I realized the risk of finding some substance in the space which I occupied. To come to a stop might mean a profound chemical reaction, possibly blowing myself out of all possible dimensions. This possibility had occurred to me while I was making the machine, but then I had cheerfully accepted it as an unavoidable risk, one of the risks a man has got to take. Now that the risk was inevitable, I no longer saw it in the same cheerful light. With a gust of petulance, I resolved to stop, and like an impatient fool, I lugged over the lever. The thing went reeling over. I was flung headlong through the air, and then I was sitting on soft turf in front of the overset machine. Fine hospitality, I said to myself, as I sat in a hailstorm, in front of this machine that had carried me through the ages. I looked up and saw a colossal figure, a white marble sphinx. It seemed to watch me through the hazy downpour. What if cruelty had grown into a common passion? I might seem some old-world savage animal to them. I was seized with panic. But as the storm cleared, I saw a world of astounding architecture. I heard voices and saw people approaching.
Thanks for watching. Like, comments and share.